So Neewer is a well-known brand for filmmakers and content creators. Neewer is a content creator's dream if you like video lights, professional studio setup, accessories, mobile setups, and more, right? But Neewer is completing the process and getting into audio, right? What you're listening to right now is the Neewer CM28 Pro wireless microphone system, right? Look, audio is probably the most important part of the video. If you don't believe me, let me let you listen to a sample of using smartphone audio versus external audio. Let me show you this example. Check this out. All right, guys, so here it is. This is going to be a test of using a smartphone without external microphones. As you can hear, even though I'm in a well-treated studio, the smartphone audio doesn't sound that great. And this is one of the reasons why external audio is very important. Again, I wanted to let y'all guys listen to a smartphone or maybe a camera, any device that you're using for video. This is the way it's going to sound without using external audio. Now, I'm going to connect the Neewer CM28 Pros to my smartphone, and you're definitely going to hear a huge difference. So check this out. Okay, so here it is, right? This is going to be the Neewer CM28. Now, you definitely hear a difference in sound quality. I'm doing this part of the video on purpose because I believe that audio is more important than video. And at the beginning of this part of the video, you guys heard a smartphone audio without external audio. And listen, I just don't like it. It sounds pretty rough. But using external audio brings out the audio 100 times better. So I would highly recommend using external audio if you're filming a video or you're using a smartphone. But I want you guys to listen to the before and after using the smartphone audio versus using external audio, this part of the video. Now, again, my studio is sound treated, just so you know. So there it is, a sound test. Now, yes, can you hear the difference between smartphone audio and external audio? To me, it's like night and day. It's a huge difference, but it's more, a lot more. So let's go on and talk about this Neewer system. And I'm gonna tell you, I found a price for this system for under $100, which I'm gonna leave it down in the description below. This Neewer setup is completely nuts, right? But let's talk more about it. Sit back, relax, and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go. So the Neewer CM28 Pro has a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. It has a signal to noise ratio of 80 dBs. It has some great features, such as 4 gigabytes of internal recording, which is nuts at this price point, which gives you about 9 hours of uncompressed 16-bit 48 kilohertz audio files, which is insane. You have one-click noise cancellation to help remove some of the background noise, right? And they also have up to 200 meters of range of line of sight, which I'm going to test in this video. Now, the CM28 Pro has 3 modes. You got mono mode, you got stereo mode, and you have a safety track, which is really nice. Now, the battery life is rated about 9 hours, which using the charging case, you could charge this complete setup for 1 charge and a half. So you get a lot of record time with this unit. So let's go over the build quality and let me show you some features with the transmitters and the receiver. So check this out. Okay, so let's go over the Neewer CM28. This is the whole accessory kit here. You get everything in a box, and again, it comes with everything that you need, which I'm going to talk about a little bit in this video. But we're looking at the case itself. You got your USB Type-C for charging. You got your LEDs to let you know the health, the charging health of the case. And as soon as you open it up, as you can see, both of your transmitters is connected to the receiver. So let's go down and talk about the receiver for a second. Okay, your receiver does have a nice little window here, a display that lets you know that everything is connected. Once you open it up, and you're going to see that both devices is going to be connected, and you can see the battery health on both of these devices, which is really nice. Now here you got your dB level. You have your hertz level. If you want to take away some of your rumble or something like that, I got it at 75 hertz. And right here, I got it at mono. So I got both channels right here recording in mono. On this side right here, you have your headphone jack for monitoring. You have your power button here that does as some other stuff here that I'm gonna talk about a little bit in this video. You got your set. You have a nice little clip here. And on this side, you could USB type C to go output to a computer. And you have your audio out that goes to a camera or a recorder, which I'm going to use this to connect here to my recorder in a second. But when you press the audio, right, when you press the power button, all right, one time you could change the hertz. Now it's at 150 and I could change it, turn it off. I could turn it on 175 hertz, which I have it on 75 hertz. But if you hold and press it, it's going to shut the device off. Now, if you hit set right there, now it switches the volume up and down, okay? So there you go, your volume up and down. Okay, right there, put that right there. And yeah. So if you press and hold, right? If you press and hold the set button, now you can put it in stereo. Okay. See if I press and hold. And it should go back to mono. Okay, so it's going to be safety track, right? Mono safety track. What this does is this prevents you from clipping, all right? So you're going to have one track at which you set it at, and then the second track is going to be a few dBs less by any chance that you get loud or something like that. You can use the safety track. Let's go over the transmitters right quick. Okay, the transmitters also has a power button that does as a mute button. You have a set button here. You have a jack here if you want to use lav mics, which that's really good because a lot of them doesn't have the audio jack for lav mics. And then you have the microphone itself. On this side, you have USB type C to plug this in to get the recordings off the device. Yes, this have internal recording on both transmitters. So if you want to record independently without the receiver, you could do that here with these microphones. So if I press and hold here, it shuts it off. If I press and hold the power button, we're going to come back on. Okay. So if you do that, it works like that. And if I press it one time, now it's going into what's called mute. All right. It's muting. And right now you can't hear it. No signal, no signal. Okay. And if I press that off, all right, and it's going to go blue. Now, if I press the set button, all right, the set button, what that does is it goes into the noise cancellation. Right? So if I press it one time, it's going to go into noise cancellation. But if I press and hold, okay, if I press and hold, now it's recording. It's going to blink when it's recorded. So right now I'm recording and I want to press that, okay? And now it's recording, but I took the noise cancellation off. So that's pretty neat. I'm going to press and hold and turn it off. Okay, so I'm not recording, but if I press it again, I got noise cancellation on, press it again, noise cancellation off. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All right, guys, so here it is. I'm out here at the park, and a few things I'm going to test out in this part of the video. I'm going to test out the distance test. Neewer claim that these microphones, the CM28 Pros, can go up to 200 meters of line of sight, which I want to test. The second thing I want to test is I want to test the noise cancellation, which I'm out here at the park, so you kind of hear a lot of background, so I want to test that too. And I'm going to kind of give you guys some commentary. Now, I'm recording internally with the 4 gigabytes of internal recording at 16-bit. Now, I will talk about that a little bit in this video, but Let's go on and do the distance test here, and I'm gonna give you guys some commentary. Now, Neewer claims that it's 200 meters of line of sight. Now, if I turn my back, sometimes it may cut out, but if it does cut out, I have internal audio, and I would leave it down in the lower third if the audio cuts out, if I turn my back. Now, line of sight is important for these transmitters and receivers, and as I turn my back, sometimes you may hear cutout. So, just so you know, it's gonna be 200 meters of line of sight. Now I'm out here at the park, and I mean, look, it's people out here, they're celebrating, everything is good. Everybody having a good time. People kind of observing me doing this part of the video, which is kind of natural. Every time I come out to the park and film, I always get a kind of eyes all on me, which is, I'm used to it all the years I've been doing this. As you guys can see, I'm going really, really far back. Again, 200 meters of line of sight. I'm gonna turn my back again. And if it cuts out, you will probably hear it. And I will leave some instructions down in the lower third. Now, one of the things that I really like about these wireless microphones is internal audio. I'm gonna tell you something. This is probably the most important part of any wireless system, is to have internal audio. So I can have independent audio coming from each transmitter. If the receiver is not available, or if the receiver is not getting all the information from the transmitter. But yes, that was the distance test. So let's go on and test out the noise cancellation. You press one button. Okay, noise cancellation is on. So as I'm out here at the Element, at the park, you got a lot of stuff happening. You got the kids out here playing, people having a party over there. And this is going to be noise cancellation. Now, is it too aggressive? Was it able to kind of control it a little bit of, strong, less strong, whatever? But hey, it is what it is. Okay, so here's my conclusion. The Neewer CM28 Pro is a nice wireless microphone system at a very good price that has internal recording that has great sound. As you can hear, it got great sound, right? The price is right. The build quality is right. It's a very solid. It's lightweight. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't look cheap. The battery life is really solid here. The LED screen that's on the transmitter, on the receiver, is really nice. It's really good for outdoor visibility. Now let's talk about some of the opportunities. Opportunities for me, 16-bit, right? Gives you hardly no room for editing, which in this video, if I did any editing, you would see it down in the lower third. Can't complain too much because of the price. Also, you have to be careful with the volume here using this. I'm using it about 2 to 3 bars because it get hot. You got to be careful with that. If not, then you might want to use the safety track, just so you know. Overall, I think that you're going to be really good with the Neewer setup here. I'm gonna leave all product links down in the description below if you want to check it out. This is the Tech Preacher. Man, I'm always excited to talk about audio gear. As y'all guys know, I have invested a lot into my audio because audio is very important to me. But I just want to put some disclaimers out there. Yes, I am in a well-treated studio, so the audio does sound very good in this studio space. But if you listen to the outdoor, and if you listen to some of the other aspects of this video, you get to hear how it sounds, especially in outdoors. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's going to be the Neewer CM28 Pro. Man, I'm going to use this a lot. This is the Tech Preacher. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the wireless setup in all its glory. See you guys on the next video. Peace.